Extra AC.
That would be funny.
Intense maginess.
I mean, you know, if we're allowed to apply it to White
AC 6 is pretty good.
Stack, you know.
Actual shenanigans with it. I thought I had this. I'm not upload. Maybe it's on my computer. You guys will probably get me killed anyways. We won't worry about him for that. Hopefully. Hopefully, just kidding. I guess I could not. Hold on.
AFK man, get some coffee.
Okay, I actually need to turn mine up. Oh, no, that's a different variant. That's a friend of ours. We got character art for in case it ever comes up. Ari's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
One of your best friends from the campaign. Now, if I just turn it over. I'm giving my top two, then we'll start. Yeah, figure out what you guys want to do. Yeah, 2 ways to go. Bareback.
Forgot about the basilisks.
But yeah, anyway, as to your question earlier, Dark, the favorite one that I've encountered thus far, probably the assassin, maybe. I've not been able to get my hands on a Shadow Hawk yet. And as much as I like the Centurion, would not qualify it as my favorite medium mech.
I don't know. What was a good medium mech? I can't remember. It's the freaking. You could put like 3 or 4 SRM 6s on it.
Trebuchet, maybe?
No, it was actually a good brawler mech. I would have to boot up my game again to check.
Brawler mech. 3 SRM6s. I'm trying to think of a brawler mech that isn't something like a trebuchet that would just have 3 missile hardpoints. Let alone 3 large missile hardpoints. Do you have an idea of tonnage range?
I want to say 55 or 50. I'm going on Epic to find out.
The only thing I could think of would be maybe a Shadowhawk.
Maybe? No.
I don't know if Shadowhawk would have 3 large missile hardpoints, but
I'm pretty sure it was medium because we swapped it out eventually for heavy.
oh, if it's within the 50-ton range, it's definitely medium, but I'm just trying to think of a medium mech that has that many missile hardpoints. Because you could theoretically, if you had the tonnage, strap LRM 15s or 20s to it. There aren't a lot of. I mean, I guess a Kintaro, maybe.
That's it.
The Kintaro?
Yes.
Okay. The Kintaro is pretty good. So, I saw the most insane javelin today, though. It was one of the hero mechs. I don't remember how much it was, but it was freaking expensive.
One day I'll be able to
It
log
was a
into my Epic
javelin.
account.
It was a javelin with 4 medium lasers and 2 SRM6s. As a 30-ton light mech.
Oh, javelin with missiles. That's probably the Lost Tech one.
It was a hero mech, so special configuration.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant here.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. So, anyone AFK still? Or everyone back? Jasper's. He's thinking. Here. Oh, Max. Question
here,
for you,
sorry.
too. Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you shit. Am I missing someone in game? I'm missing someone. I know. I don't
Max.
have depth yet. Depth is a thing yet.
Or deft.
That's still working. But Max has been typing that. Hold on. Here, I'll send you a message.
I really hate sites that are like, oh, you can't use the last 5 passwords you used. Well, go fuck yourself. I only have like 3.
There are sites that actually just straight up say you can't reuse a password if you used it in the last 5.
Yes, Epic. If that tells you how long it's been since I've been on Epic.
I mean, I can get encouraging a more complicated password system. But at the same time, the password is kind of up to the user. After all, you want to, kind of create a medium between convenience and security. After all, sure, you could have 100-digit completely RNG generated password and have a unique one for every single thing, but unless you're going to keep, a document that you're going to open up every time you're going to try and log into something,
All right.
you're never going to remember any of those.
I just had to settle something very quickly. I had a wonderfully awful idea when I went downstairs to get coffee. I made someone's dream come true and did an evil thing.
What did Death do to us
I
this
don't know.
time?
Oh, it has nothing to do with that. Keeping the world in balance. Look at me go. All right. So, last we left off, you guys had been taken down. You went through like a little tour of the city. You were taken. There was some of the guards that came and retrieved Eskel. Apparently, oh god, not that picture. Thighs. Apparently, there was some issues in the maze down below where apparently the primary way to enter the city, unless you have magic or can fly. Thank you. You guys had gone down and found the remains of 3 dead minotaurs. One whose head had been cut clean off. Another one who had been kind of snapped in half. And you're pretty sure the third one was a minotaur based on how much ash there was remaining, but they were basically burnt to death. You guys did take a look around. You did see 2 sets of tracks. One set going into the maze, one set going out of the maze. And that's where we pick up.
I suppose. Out of curiosity, said tracks. Were either of them hooved?
Well, an investigation check. With advantage, because you already kind of found the tracks. Especially because you've traveled with a minotaur, even for a brief period of time. No. One appears to be like a smaller to medium humanoid, maybe like a small elf, half-elf human. Something around that kind of size. The other looks like it could be a standard to larger sized humanoid.
Neither of these prints look like they were made by minotaurs.
And everyone except for Max, because he was not here last time or he had to leave early, so we left him up there. Everyone else is here though. Eskel kind of looks around very concerned. Well, that's not good. It's like, and he watched him speak to a few real quick, and he kind of has like the bodies moved away so they could begin maybe any possible resurrection / healing attempts they may have left.
One, I think, went that way, and the other may have gone that way.
Well, that's a good point. Does anyone have speak with dead?
Tanya kind of starts speaking with them. Except they don't speak.
Minotaurs don't speak.
No, not when you cast that spell.
Mm.
You need Speak with Dead, not Raise Dead. Oh, there's
Oh, we got cleric here.
You know, if we only had a necromancer.
You do have a cleric, but your cleric might not have it prepared.
Do
But I
we
believe
really,
you have access to it.
do we really need to
It's
speak
a
with them?
ritual, anyways.
We can't. Don't we have someone that can just suck the soul right out?
Actually, we have something even better, don't we, Ari?
Cleric's back. What am I looking for?
You may not need it.
We got a group of souls for you to suck out.
Jabber was inquiring if anyone had Speak with Dead.
Unless it's a ritual, I don't have it prepared. I know that.
Ari does.
I could speak with dead a different way, but I would need to gain access to the soul first.
I don't know if Ari would want to speak with Dead again. Last time it happened, it didn't go so well. You know you
That's
would.
cool.
Anything bad happened last
I'm
time?
going to ask Eskel if he knows of anyone who.
Do you remember what happened the last time? What happened the last time you,
Pretty sure it was just a neutral result. Nothing happened.
when you used your violin to animate two
Mhm.
skulls? One was to Tesh.
That wasn't the last time she used it.
When did you use it after that?
I think there's been 2 occasions, and both times it's yielded no result. After. I'm trying to remember the specific instances, but
Which ones you'd have to remind me. I remember. I remember
trying to-
using your wand, but I don't remember the violin.
the wand's most recent use was on the some of the mushroom folk.
Yes, no, I remember using that. I just don't remember using your violin in a while. But you could attempt to do so if you'd like. Was it? You may have been a failed performance check, perhaps.
I think it was just a non-negative result. I don't know.
I'd have to remember. If you find it, let me know. I could tell you.
Yeah, if I remember well. Also, I think Speak with Dead is a ritual. I'm not mistaken.
Nope. I've got all my rituals loaded up on D&D Beyond. It's not one of them.
Yeah, it's a pretty big spell.
Really?
You can get a
They
lot of
changed the
information.
module section, so it's no longer just a straight list down of all the modules. It's
Nope.
now paged.
Yep, it sucks. It took me a minute to get used to it.
This is
How Unity
this is
does
an
it.
example of updates that are just not beneficial. They're not a quality of life thing. They don't add anything.
Let's see. Well, it took
They
me a
just make
second.
things more inconvenient.
That's just till you're used to it.
That's true. I got really concerned.
Let me ask you, what's
because
the
nothing was there.
benefit to having it as a page system over just having it as a scroll?
Maybe people are afraid of scrolls from
So
horrible
that
things.
benefit, just it's what somebody deems beneficial, where they can sit there and use their mouse wheel to scroll, and it goes sideways versus up and down.
You
You
can't
can-
use your mouse wheel to scroll, though.
You should be able to, or is it you have to click on the bottom? Thinking I
You
could
have
scroll.
to actually click on the next page.
Hmm.
You can't scroll that.
Keeps you from having to
Scrolling to the
resize your
side,
window.
although, would be... You don't have to resize your window to begin with, just to scroll. Because, again,
If you've
it's
got
just
100
scroll
modules
down.
in there, you do. I've got tons of modules, and I'd have to make a huge window to scroll through it, or start using the filter. I personally like the way they have it this way, but like I say,
I
that's
do like-
to each their own.
when they added that you could search. I remember they didn't have that because that was kind of crappy at one point. That was one of my favorite additions. That was a while ago.
The page thing is not any different. You still have the exact same amount of modules to search for or search through. You just now have to click next page to go to the next set, as opposed to just scrolling down. It's like them getting rid of the search function. Well, okay, it's not as bad as them getting rid of the search function in the library for some reason.
The dying. All right. So,
They got rid of that.
what you guys doing? Plus, you also have to remember the dead things are the guard. These friends are currently kind of moving them. I mean, you never know. There could be more dead things around.
Tanya's gonna send the cat to go look.
Oh no, Tanya, that's a little short-sighted. Go ahead and roll a perception check and send your cat around.
She's preparing for it.
I don't need your short show.
I was trying to make Jasper feel better. Don't worry.
I won't lie. I thought multiple times of casting shrink on it.
Hey, all right. You send it up,
Do it before he wakes up.
and it like kind of veers off and like hits part of this thing on the wall and like smacks into the ceiling and then falls to the ground. Doesn't damage it, but it takes it a bit to collect itself.
Tanya's just gonna look around, see if anyone else saw it.
You have a metal cat. Everyone saw it. Except sorry. I didn't see it.
She's gonna just say, "Hey, sometimes you guys have bad days too," and go pick up her poor cat.
There's like a loud sound somewhere. Not sure what it is, sorry, but it's probably okay. Eskel kind of looks to all of you guys. I don't understand why anyone. Cool. The young prince.
What about the young prince?
He should be upstairs, right?
You had him safe with a friend, didn't you?
He's with one of you.
I thought it was upstairs, but
I look
Yeah,
behind me
nice.
really quickly. What?
Max
You think
8.
they're here after him?
There's one set of tracks that goes back the way you guys came from, and one that goes into the maze.
Ari's gonna pull out the mirror and attempt to commune to Soren.
Sure, roll an Arcana check.
Let's see.
Hold on one sec.
I think it's just.
You go ahead, but nothing happens at the moment. He's at a service range.
Of his own mirror? Damn.
Hey, even some magic has limits.
Sure. Okay, we need to make sure that he's safe.
I guess Tanya will start heading back to see if he's safe.
All right. So, As you guys head back, go ahead, roll a perception check for me. Everyone who's there. So basically everybody was drunk.
No doubt.
You never know. Right now you're technically tied. No, you're in a different spot back. Sorry. Okay. All right. As you guys begin walking back, Max. What are you doing hanging out by yourself? What would you be doing in your downtime? Unless we don't want to know.
He has my hamster.
Probably just making sure that I'm sorry, so I don't know where exactly I'm at.
You're kind of like in a general room, so there's like a larger room that has a bunch of little individual like bedrooms off to the side. So the prince is in one of those right now. You guys have some of those you were sleeping in.
I probably would be standing guard outside the fence preparing this for anything if something happens.
All right. So as you're kind of sitting there at one point, you hear a door open.
I look around.
And you just kind of watch as like this little kid kind of runs into the room and they kind of just like jump and they kind of like hop, like kneeling over, like looking at the ground. Just kind of like they're kind of like almost in a playful run.
Okay.
And you hear him giggle. It sounds like a little girl.
Do I see her or just hear her?
Oh, you see her. Roll investigation check.
Before I do that, can I cast... I'm trying to look for my abilities. I forgot what it's called. Divine Sense, I think it is. Because I didn't know there was any other children here.
Remind me again what Divine Sense picks up.
Fae, fiends, undead, and good.
Celestials.
It's only within 60 feet, though.
Okay. Don't get any hits.
Okay. So my character is a little more 8-10.
She just kind of looks a little bit scared, seeing you. I just saw the attack. I'm like, she's just a child.
It wasn't me.
Sorry, testing the.
An arrow flies in through the window.
Well, shit. No, I'm gonna kneel down, try to make myself look less scary.
Okay. You look at this kid. Well, actually, roll an investigation check. Get a good look at this kid.
You know better than that.
I have to ask. Though.
If I stick around so let me drag the dice. I'm still trying to load all the modules because they're getting the hard drive. One more.
It's a small tiefling child.
Tiefling.
Small tiefling female child. Not like in, kind of in rags, but not quite to that extent. A little bit better off than rags.
Oh.
Much smaller than you, just like shocked. Small pair of little wings too.
What color tiefling?
Why do you ask?
Just for reasons. Just curious.
Yeah, I'm also curious.
Well, you see,
It's
I'd have to be the one.
It's his eyes. It looks like a familiar color, perhaps.
I hate you.
Hmm.
Doing chemistry, I can't deal with this right now.
Oh my god. I just kneel down and want to pull out some rations from my backpack.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, something I might actually be, yeah, something I'm actually very good at. I'm gonna call a one watch. No, close enough though.
Okay. Do you like place them on the ground? Do you put them in your hand? How do you hand them out?
Palm up in my hand.
Okay.
And
You watch as she slowly inches her way, and he just kind of like grabs the rations and like shoots back a little bit.
I don't
You
do
wa-
anything. I just
you
I'm
watch
very calm.
as she kind of sits there and she tastes a little bit, and she kind of like makes a strange face. And you just watch as she kind of holds her hands together, and you watch a little flame appear, and you watch as she begins to burn that little bit of ration, and then after it's nice and crispy.
Excuse me?
Why
Baby
does
Ari.
this remind me of Ari? Why does this remind me of Ari?
And you watch as she looks up at you. Can I play?
Jesus,
Oh,
out of
no.
character. If it's anything like Ari, it's gonna be a fireball.
And then you just watch as her eyes just start like glowing, like bright red. And these red flames kind of begin to grow around her body.
Oh fuck.
It looks like Ari's phoenix, but red.
I just look at her in surprise, like,
And you just watch as she looks behind you and says, "Okay, Daddy." The rest of you, as you run out the side of the mountain, boom! About a 5 times fireball sized explosion just blows out the side of the mountain.
oh.
What do you guys want to do?
Do any of us know this?
Where
it's hard
relative
to
to
miss.
us is that explosion?
So you just watch. You're kind of in the lower section, so this is higher up. So you just watch as like a giant chunk of the side of this thing just blows out. You do watch. Thankfully, there are quite a bit of useful people here, so they do manage to avert a lot of the like collateral of the falling damage. But yeah, some people are definitely hurt from this one. Thankfully, not many people live in the area where the explosion is, other than where your friends were.
Where relative to us was the explosion again? Sorry,
It's higher
I zoned
up.
out for a moment.
So
Like
you're like
how
in a lower area, and then they're probably like a good, maybe like 800 feet higher than where you guys are.
Oh, that's too many feet.
I mean, you'll get there. So that's where you came down from. You know how to get up. Well, you knew how to get up there. You might have to get creative, but you just watched that whole section blow away, and you just watch everyone
gotta
else
hurry.
along with you rush over.
And
That's where we need to go.
continue running up. To where the explosion was?
I'm assuming whatever left that dungeon went up there.
Ari's currently running towards that explosion.
I'll have you know that I skipped through the rest of my
Back
chemistry
at
exam,
Yeah,
so I
there's-
could get here.
uh,
I'm done now. It wasn't an exam. It wasn't an
You may
exam.
have
It was
some
just a
explaining
quiz.
to do.
But it's just a quiz. It's fine.
It's just a quiz.
I'm gonna
It's
go
just
get
your
a
education.
I need a beer at this time. God damn it, Nobel.
Go for it.
Screw your message. No.
You could do what we were talking about. So yes, you guys rush up. It looks like structurally it's a lot better off than you thought it might be, but it's still pretty bad. It takes you about twice as long as it would normally to get to where you were. Go ahead and roll investigation checks as you kind of work your way through the rubble.
Is that all the people with her?
At this point, every one of you is here other than Jason and Max.
Jason just has a butcher knife in the corner.
Max is not here right now.
No, Jason's got a couple of swords.
Positive note, Deft, is you still got higher than.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What's your modifier? Oh, you don't have a modifier.
We not too smart.
Oh,
man.
he's not here.
The person who's
Average.
not here.
Oh.
That's rough.
With
We just
no
see
modifier.
Jason like pop out of a portal in Superman land.
It's over there.
There, guys.
A hand pops out of the portal. It's right here, everybody.
No, just out of the darkness. When Jason is in the darkness, you
There
cannot
you go.
see him.
All right. So you
He's
guys
been hiding in the
look
one shady
around.
corner this entire time.
Exactly. He's been with us the whole campaign.
I just keep imagining him as like, Jason from Friday the 13th, just like following us.
You guys desperately look around.
Quick point of order. Max is grappled for some reason.
It doesn't matter. He's a whole lot worse off than grappled if he's still alive. You guys look through. You don't see anything. Tanya,
Yes.
it's a little easier for you to access shit being small. And you rolled decently high. As you kind of crawl in, you manage to find Max's shield kind of like braced up, holding part of this stone. You see what's left of Max's hand crushed underneath a bunch of stone. And just the hand is sticking out. And kind of wedged by the shield is the prince.
Can I strategically use shatter to basically granify the rocks around them?
No, I can do better. Can I use my ring to just levitate stuff off?
What about
Uncover him?
I don't know.
Screw that.
I think shatter is better. Actually, hold on. Shit, that's my kill.
Do you want to see if the kid's alive before you blow up the area?
I have a better idea. I'm gonna go to the kid.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold tight.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use Thunder Wave to blow the rocks away from us.
Yes,
Okay.
Maybe before you create another explosion in the building that just blew up, why don't I just start lifting the rocks up because I'm huge.
Because this could be more fun.
As the building collapses more around us.
Oh god, that'd be like that would be like a Tiger King moment.
Yeah.
It's just like see, and it just boom collapses on both of them. They both just get smashed.
So if I grab the kid and make us close enough to Max, if I use Thunder Wave, could they be inside the wave and not get hit?
Well, it's not necessarily the wave
I
you got to
think the
worry
wave
about. It's everything
emanates
coming
from
back down
you.
on top of you. So it comes out from
That
you.
too.
But even if it'd be less of a concern for that, but like you're gonna displace stuff and it's all gonna break apart, and then everything that's being held currently is going to come down.
Yeah, I think just let the strong people move
Darn
stuff around.
upgrade we just
My next
head movement.
How
Is
big
there
is
enough
Max?
room for me to giant's might?
I was gonna say, could I just enlarge Max?
Huh?
Could I enlarge Max?
You can certainly try.
Would that be
Bigger
enough?
does not mean
You said
stronger.
the prince is not. You said the
he's
prince
under
is
all the
not
rocks,
under
he can't grow
rubble,
large.
correct?
No, the prince just looks a little scorched. You'd have to roll a medicine check if you want to see his current status, but he's not crushed. No.
Can I get the kid out of there then, at least?
Sure. Kid's small enough.
Yeah, get him out.
Now, Max's crushed hand, is that like poking out from rubble, or is it just like hanging off of the shield?
No. So the shield, like the kid got the shield. His hand is just like sticking out. So his body, it looks like his body's under a bunch of rubble, and just his hand is sticking out.
Gonna get the
Alright,
kid
I'm
out.
gonna grab
You
his
have to
hand and
look.
mention
It's
for
kind
him
of
out.
you kind of have to like crawl in there. That's where Tanya was crawling in. You're probably small enough to get in there though.
Okay, she's gonna crawl in a little bit, reach over, grab his hand, and just teleport him out.
All right, where are you gonna teleport to?
Back where the others are.
All right. So Tanya, go ahead and roll an athletics check for me really quick. I think you have your strength gloves, don't you?
I have my strength gun. Yep. So I got
Tanya manhandles, just like one arms the prince out, like, and then you just watch Ari appear with Max. And it is the most gruesome sight you have ever seen.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
You cast
Yeah, he
your
can get a
wound.
band-aid or two. He'll be fine.
And it has no effect.
What? My 5 doesn't have an effect.
He's not dying, but his body has been destroyed to a ridiculous extent.
Wait, this Max is human, right?
Yes.
Damn, I can't use mending.
He's an asthma.
Ferris,
Yes.
can you fix him?
That sounds
What? You don't want mending, Max?
And what's the main issue? My gems start to glow a little bit, and I smile wickedly. No.
I said fix him, not eat him.
Always wanted a
I'll
celestial.
swallow your soul. Is this something I need to use magic or
Ferris
medicine
is,
check work?
You've never seen someone hurt this bad.
Can,
You're not sure how he's alive right now.
can we treat him as an object so I can use mending?
Eskel kind of looks like, well, no, but we can put objects in him. It's like, hurry! We have no time to waste.
I'm
It's
looking.
like, you. And he points over at you, Ferris.
Quickest I can do is I just reach out and touch him with the scepter, with my rod, and expend a charge for 70 hit points.
As you go to, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't use a charge either, but it won't do anything.
I just kind of like look puzzled, and I try it again.
Is he dead?
He is technically, like, for the health he has left for his condition, he has all of his health. He's just extremely fucked up.
Can I? Okay, I want to use a medicine check. Can I determine what's wrong since this isn't working?
I mean, he looks like he had a giant explosion go off in his face and a building collapse.
Well, yeah, but there's no health loss.
Oh no, he had plenty of health loss too from the little bit of.
Okay, I thought you were saying that he had like no health loss. I'm like, well, then what's going on here?
Oh no, like from the amount of damage he's taken and the injuries he has, he doesn't have a whole lot of hit points. So like the 5 health that Tanya gave him kind of capped him out.
Spare the dying.
Spare the die. Yeah, we would need some much higher level restorative type magics potentially. But
Now, is he dislodged from the rubble and stuff, or
Yeah,
Ari
teleported
teleported
him
him
out.
out. Esco's like having him like picked up right now and asking you to come with him.
yeah, that's not a problem. I'll be tending to him as best I can with just since that didn't work, whatever medicine I can to. I rolled it in the tower to try to set bones or ease pains.
All right, so you guys run off to go do that. The rest of you, actually, well, Ferris, you might even end up staying because the kid's there too, and he is still unconscious.
The prince?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be tending to him
Ari
too.
is currently looking over him.
All right, so you go over there. Go ahead, just because you have enough people kind of like giving you a hand. Roll the medicine check with advantage.
Nope, sorry, I already rolled it.
Just
I'll
roll
roll it
that.
again.
That's fine. That was actually a pretty good roll, anyways.
See,
Your first roll is much better. Your second roll is a natural one.
We're gonna
All
drop that one.
You check him over. He doesn't have any physical damage. No burns. He's got like a little bit of soot on him. No bruises. Appears to just be unconscious. Was kind of breathing shallowly and someone rolled poorly.
Try to carry the boy inside to wherever we're taking Max, someplace more proper for care.
They move you to a more, they kind of move Max over to a more medical area. You guys, they just moved into like a more structured, non-collapsing part of the fortress.
Ari's gonna start looking around for the epicenter of the explosion.
You look, roll an Arcana or an Intelligence. I think your Arcana is a little higher.
They're the same.
You're very experienced with fire magic. This definitely just like a dead giveaway for you looks like fire magic. You get a good sense for the center of it is, although you haven't been here a lot, so it's hard to like remember where every part of the building was. But it looks centered around where you guys pretty much found Max.
Okay.
Max, on the other hand, completely like charred flesh, crushed. He looked like jerky, but gooier.
I'll look over the others that aren't with Theris, Max, and the prince. Looks like the explosion was point blank.
Did anybody see what caused it?
I need you guys, less Max obviously, roll perception checks with disadvantage. You guys, as you're kind of moving around and doing everything, you just feel slight vibration. That's it.
We're still in the tower.
Did anybody else feel that?
Yeah, I feel my toes are tickling.
Yeah.
Jasper, you're very in tune with the earth of your people.
I want to look around. Are we outside or in a building?
You're currently inside, yeah.
I want to look out any kind of window nearby just to see if I can notice anything outside.
Yeah, you guys can go outside. Go ahead, roll perception checks as you run outside. Ooh, that was a good roll. Because you're so tall, Jasper.
I can see closer. I'm the first to know
Jasper
it
and
rains.
Ferris, as you guys kind of run out, you see a lot of people are kind of sitting there still kind of like going through this mess and trying to see if they can find missing people, trying to help the people that have been hurt. And then you guys kind of look off and you hear like someone screaming off in the distance. And you look up in the air, flying away from near the top of, not like at the top of these spires, but the top of where this larger fortress piece is, probably like another 1,000 feet up. But also far off in the distance at this point, looks like leaving a large dragon, shining silver.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! I pointed out to everyone.
Yeah. So now, do I have any knowledge of dragons and like the chromatic and the metallics and stuff like that?
You do to the extent the advantage you have on this one. You've met this one already, because that's where you came in originally when you first got here. That is Allie's older brother, the one that had been attacked by the spell.
I had a feeling.
Is he heading towards the
When
city?
No, he's
over.
like leading away from the city. Like the Golden Perch, it's fleeing away in general.
Looks like someone is
I don't know,
getting
do you
his
have
pet back.
I pointed at, make sure, same as Jasper, pointing out to everybody if where it is and what's going on.
Mm. Yeah, you see it kind of like flying off.
Can we
you
tell
guys
from this
actually-
vantage, or is it holding or carrying anything?
I was about to say Ferris, you'd probably see it too. Jasper definitely sees it. There is a singular humanoid standing on its back. Can't really make out. They just look like, you can make out they're a humanoid, but they basically just look like a little black ant on the back of this thing.
Pardon?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
That can't be good.
Actually, I take that back. Correction. A black ant with a much smaller black ant standing behind it.
Huh?
So it looks like an adult and a child,
We had the prince with us, correct?
as far as you know.
He was just in the
Max
room
and
we
the
left,
child up
correct?
there?
Yeah, the prince, you had him in the building.
Is that who we just got out from the rubble?
Yeah, you rescued him from the rubble.
Should we pursue?
So I count.
I want to go back. He had no damage on him. I want to go back and check him, make sure he's real and not like something else.
Some type of magical
Decoy.
construct.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I will
Approximately
correct
how-
myself of one thing. As you go to inspect him, it is in fact the prince. It's not a body swap. And one thing, I'll be fair, because I didn't think about this when you used your ability, because I was only thinking about the intent you're using it for. Max. Corpus Maximus. You picked up the presence of a Fey entity that was also near you.
That would have changed things, but not much. Fucking massive fireball.
I do believe he does also get the kind of Fey that it is.
Let me see.
Because I believe it gives the type of undead celestial fiend or Fey, just not specific information like name.
I think it just tells you that if that type is in the area.
No, it just tells me. Oh, I lied. It wasn't Fae. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. It was Celestial, Fiend, or Undead, not Fae. I'm sorry.
Ah, that's okay.
I thought it was Fae.
The end result was the
It just
same.
says.
The end
No,
result
it
is the
just
same.
yeah. It just says I know the type, which is one of those three of any being is present sense, but not the identity. So basically, I would know if it's undead, fiend, or celestial. I won't know like a subtype.
Yeah, then you wouldn't have gotten any major hits off them. As
Okay.
you inspect this kid, because they are unconscious there, now that you're finally getting like a good look at him, he's not human. Maybe part human.
The prince isn't?
Mm-hmm.
Like part what? Like elven, or what does it appear to be?
Some sort of elven or fey descent, from what you can make out.
Slightly pointed ears.
Like slightly pointed, you kind of up in like the fair skin, and you're not exactly sure what the why he's not charred up like Max. After, well, actually, what else are you guys doing? Because Max is going to take a while for all that process to happen.
When Leah says, "Should we pursue?" we're just gonna look out. Approximately how far and fast do they seem to be going?
Oh, they're gone. They're way faster.
I don't think we're catching up.
Yeah, it was probably, it had a good, probably half mile to mile lead on you guys by the time you saw it. And it was probably going full sprint, probably like 240.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Is Eskel still around?
Eskil is with Max.
Yeah. Or
I'm gonna go back up to that area.
Trying to catch that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to Eskel and ask him if he knows anything about dragons.
Eskil is busy trying to save Max's body and life.
Multitask.
Like, I'm a little busy. Come back later. Thaumaturgy's the door shut.
Art's gonna head back towards the epicenter. The room is made out of stone, correct?
Yes, it is.
Is any of the stone on fire?
Nothing is still on fire, no. It looks
Okay.
like things were intensely, like, you can tell, like, this was intense heat. And a lot of
But
damage.
not enough to melt the stone?
Parts. The closer, yes. Further away, no.
Okay.
It looks like most of the damage probably came from the explosion. As hot as it wasn't a long, persistent thing.
And the explosion epicenter was underneath the rubble?
Yeah, it looks like it centered somewhere in front of like where Max was.
Okay. Jasper, can you start clearing out some of this?
I thought Leah wanted to. They could do it together.
Oh no, that's work for me.
Can as well.
Oh yeah, I totally went giant smite, and I'm pulling up rocks left and right.
What do you have to do to use your ring again? I always forget.
It's free.
Is there a weight limit? Or no?
Telekinesis.
500
Yeah, it's
pounds.
unlimited telekinesis.
Oh, it's TK.
Yeah. 1,000 pounds.
Oh yeah. So you start picking things up and you start moving it too. You guys eventually, with the help, and there's other people around too, you do clear out the room.
And she'll examine the scorch marks of the explosion, trying to confirm that it is in fact the epicenter. And
Sure, roll a survival check or an investigation check, your choice. This place is called the Golden Perch, Max.
I think this is where the explosion came from.
Well,
So
whatever
Max
exploded
was right
is
beside him.
either long gone or incinerated.
Dude, yeah,
Nothing we can
we're
do
gonna
now.
make this mine.
My guess would be a fireball, but this is a lot of damage, even for a fireball.
At this point, you do watch as Eskel comes out very quickly. And there's a few other people in there working on Max with him. Oh, sorry to interrupt. Good news. It looks like we could probably save him. He's not going to be quite the same, but he'll be more or less the same. But don't worry, we have it.
Well, we appreciate your help, Escal.
Yes.
Dang it, it looks like 5th edition has removed some
What do you
old
mean
spells I
by
remember.
not the same?
I was going to ask if anybody had stone tell or object rating, but it looks like that was removed in 5th edition.
Oh.
Because I cannot find it.
Yes, Max is being rebuilt as a Warforged, correct.
Really?
We have the technology.
Ooh, can Tanya help?
A long time ago.
Which is why the healing magic.
Hold on.
He's
Can
been
Tanya
waiting for
work.
forever, and it finally came up. It's like, it actually kind of fits the story. And you are there. So,
Can Tanya help out with this? It would be something she would actually be really interested in.
I will say, as they open the door and Eskel comes out, and you see them starting to like move around with mechanical components in there, roll a stealth check.
Do I need a +3 to pass?
Unfortunately, as you go to walk in, whoop, you get picked up.
Can I have the cat sneak in then?
Sure, I'll say the cat can sneak in too. You don't want to see this little one.
But the components.
Eskel looks out at you, all very concerned. I don't understand. It's like, why would anyone go to such an extent to hurt a little boy?
Stacks.
He's a very
Smoke
important
stacking
little boy.
stacks, though.
You also have to remember, he doesn't know about the dragon yet. He was inside.
Oh yeah, Escal. You
was
might
actually just about
want to know.
I asked him about dragons.
Yeah, he shut the door on you, though, when you were asking just dragon questions.
So remember that one dragon Soren had in the mirror?
Oh, yes.
He dipped. He's gone.
What do you mean?
We saw them flying off.
With 2 figures on its back.
Dear. This isn't good. And you kind of watch as lots of guards are now running in at this point. And you guys hear off in the distance a large dragon roar. But it is a very large green dragon. And it looks like it's flying up towards one of the top perches.
Masked vandal.
Menacing way.
No, like it looks like it's supposed to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Deft.
There are still some dragons.
Deft clarification. When you hear a massive dragon roar, is there ever a non-menacing way?
Yes.
Hear a silly dragon roar.
Yeah.
Meow.
And you also do see one off in the distance as well. There are dragons that are like permanently based here. Just got lucky.
This is probably the most, or I guess it wouldn't be the most dragons are in one place. The visions would be but close to it.
That weren't trying to kill you. But yes. Oh, and what's that guy's name? Hold on. That's in the red book. Azinor. Azinor. That is Allie's half brother.
Hey, if I plan not to see the sea in the sea invisibility, can it be invisibility?
Oh, jeez.
I feel
yeah,
like
he'll
that's the
kind of continue to look at you guys. He's like, I believe we must expedite and get the young prince out of here sooner than later. I think I don't understand all of this, but it's not safe here.
Clearly.
He's like, did your ride survive? And he like looks around for the older Tanya.
That is an excellent question.
He's just like, well, we'll investigate that. Don't worry about Max. We'll take care of him. He'll be okay.
Eventually.
You sure? Take a look at that.
Goes, oh, thank you, little one. Maybe next time one of your friends gets completely crushed.
Give him the puppy dog eyes and use persuasion.
That does not occur.
You have to remember, he like grew up raising Allie. The puppy dog eyes. He has resistance now.
But that's a +7 to my charisma.
Allie has way more charisma. You've been outdone in that field on that one. He's like, no, you don't. So they will go ahead
to children
and reassemble Max, and they will deliver him when he is complete. So if you want to work on the Warforged version of yourself, feel free to do that.
Think, Max, we can use mending on you now.
Hopefully his sword's okay too.
I'm gonna cast sending.
If his armor wasn't magical, I imagine.
You can. I would say if you want to keep your stats, you could just transfer them over with the different racial ability. Probably it'd be easiest, but you can just rebuild yourself as a Warforged if you want.
Yeah, the easiest way would be to do a whole new character sheet, because otherwise you gotta delete all the things, but that won't actually delete all the Asimov traits. Even if you delete them off the sheet, they won't be deleted. Oh, your stats will stay the same. Whatever your starting stats were.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see your sheet, so
Just remember when you go to copy over your stats to subtract the SMR bonuses.
Did Nobel say he was going to be right back?
yeah.
No.
Okay. Must have missed it.
That's why we were talking about sheets.
Gotcha.
Also, Daft, why is there an like child running
Like
around?
Chili
I
Follow
don't
because
know.
only
Why are
does
you asking me?
combo.
That must have been one of the NPCs he added.
Oh, maybe it was a clone.
That's my thought as well. Potentially the purpose as to why Evil Satosh was abducting Ari.
Max, what are your stats now? We can work backwards.
Did you take
And
any
you're
feats?
a paladin, right?
Yeah, if you could look under abilities, did you take feats at all? Okay. Which feat? To combatant. Okay. I don't think that one gives any ability score improvements.
Alright. I need a beer after that one. That was it was Kevin, Michael. It was Kevin.
SMR or which book again?
Oh, Jasper's needed again. See.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh god, what did Kevin want?
Currents
Base
18,
SMR
12, 16, 9,
Protector gives. I want to
1,
say plus
1.
Alright, I'm back.
Well,
I was providing technical support.
Kevin blew up the hotel.
Had to map a network drive, Michael. Had to map a network drive.
I'm not
Not even joking.
mistaken. These should be
Yeah.
FD scores.
Like he's been doing that job for 10 years.
More than that, dude. He
Oh, that's
was
right.
my original replacement. He's been there. This is his 15th year in that role.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Theris or Leah, can either of you confirm that this was magical?
What was magical? What part?
Boom.
Yeah, I'll sit down and
Oh.
ritual detect magic to see if I can feel any residual energies.
I
or
hold out a
anything.
finger. I taste it. I hold it up to the air. Close my
Between
eyes.
all of you and the role you had already made, it is definitely magical. There's not much remnants left, but it was definitely caused from a magical source. And it was fire-based, quite obviously.
Yep, that part is very clear.
You gotta mention it just in case. You never know.
So,
Yeah.
looking for a mage or someone with a magic item that can create a fireball or something like a fireball to this scale.
Oh, we don't need to look for them. If you will recall, our problem is currently the prince, not whatever happened here. Speaking of, we should probably get a move on.
At this point, Tawny kind of like walks up and is like kind of just
We
listening to
need
you
to
guys
wait
talk.
for Max anyways.
They were
I
gonna.
have a
It's gonna
feeling
take a while for
he'll
Matt.
take a while.
They're good. They're not that good.
So, what's the plan then?
Well, if
I
we're gonna
assume
go
the
Bring
plan
him to
to
a
was-
slaughter,
Kokomo,
we bring him to a war zone. We can't bring him to Gancaster for obvious reasons.
Aren't we
He's
bringing him
not-
to your friend?
Kokomo
Was it
to
to Koff?
Koya.
Koff?
Takoya?
Tokomo.
Ah, Takoya. There you
Koya.
Down in Tokomo.
go.
Then yes, that's where we're going.
Then let's go. We've been here long enough.
Yeah,
Pawn
there's
them off on the
nothing
house.
else we can do here. Unless Eskel would like to give us any additional assistance in any way to keep the prince safe.
Thaumaturgy the door shut again.
I think he's preoccupied.
He's trying to save a life. Tanya does mention though. She's like, "Well, if your friend survives, hopefully, you could always ask him about the explosion later."
And if he doesn't survive, we
that's
can
true.
have Thyris do his magic.
He's gonna cast air quote
I thought-
resurrection.
Wallow his soul.
He will always be with us.
He'll always be with us. Bex, let me out of here. All right. So, Tanya kind of looks around at you guys. Well, this wasn't really part of the plan.
Plan never survives the first contact.
Yes. I would also agree it is probably not a good idea to bring the prince home at this time.
Can I try to do?
Mhm.
Can I do ascending to the king?
You can certainly try.
I will attempt that to whatever shorthand, because it's short characters like this is Theris. Don't know if you remember me. Your son is safe. Where should I take him? Many troops advancing on you.
As you said, you don't get an immediate kind of response, and then you kind of get a very short response. Whoever you are, keep him safe. And that's all you get.
Great.
Listen.
Nah, it was short. He just said keep him safe, so no advice on what or where.
Well, Takoya should be as far away from the war zone as possible. The town is pretty isolated.
The sender has to know the person they're sending to. That doesn't
I
remember
thought-
that person remembers them.
He's an amazing king. He semi-remembers everybody.
Well, also you would be the center, though, wouldn't you, Theris? He's just
Yeah, I'm the sender. I've met and talked with the king, but being a king and them the people he meets, and it only being like once or twice I met him, doesn't mean he's going to remember me by name.
Yeah, so he gets the message, but he doesn't. Well, and he also doesn't just know that it's Theris too. It's just like he got a message that.
Well, I
someone's
said
got
it's
his
Theris. I said this is Theris. I don't know if you remember me.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. But he's not gonna. He may not remember 100% who you are. Like
There are a lot of.
But yeah,
There are a
And
lot
it could
of
be a
people in
fake
Lancaster,
message.
and there are a lot of people.
And it could be a trick or a fake too. So.
Mhm.
Too bad he's gotta
Is
die,
the
though.
prince in any shape to grapple?
Out of character, you want to know the horrible thoughts I've had as a player?
Yes.
Oh,
always.
yes.
Is that while nobody's watching, I kill the kid, and since I can shapeshift into him, I take his soul, I become the prince, and over the next few years, I gain access to the kingdom, and then
That's
take
so
over.
messed up.
That's awesome.
That I just become an imposter.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I'm not evil enough yet.
Isn't that what graded?
You bring the prince back to the king. That's not my kid. Tanya's like, yes, I am.
There was an accident.
Come on, Dad. I got a building dropped on me.
So see, I can take his form once I take his soul, so, and I'd have his memory, so I could play it off.
This is true.
You just have to deal with the prince screaming in your ear for all of eternity.
Well, I think we have.
I could eventually shut him up. I mean, I could just eat the soul once it's to a point that I'm in power.
Evil.
But I'm not evil yet, so I can't do it. That's just the player
Yet.
wanting to do that.
Yes.
Theris, is the prince... is he okay to move?
He appears to be nothing. He is not harmed. Is he awoken at all, or is he still asleep?
He's just asleep at this point.
Yeah, so he's resting now, but he should be fine to move soon.
Just throw him over my shoulder.
Looking at...
walking.
I'm just going to pick up Max's shield.
What's left of it?
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit disfigured.
Is it melted?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just bent? Okay, bent.
Part of
melted.
it's bent. The entire front of it's scorched and part of it's melted. It definitely took like a pretty decent heat blast. And it's a pretty decent shield too. I don't think it was magical. It's just a decent shield.
Is the shield entirely made of metal?
I would have to look and see what a shield is on that.
Why's everybody gotta go and
Videos
change after I finish my
that
nice
are
picture? Now I gotta
animated
change
with the same
Bronco
style.
Mad Max.
You're lucky Dark's still the same character.
Just put V1 on there, then you can make another one, put V.2.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
just do
man.
like they did the comic. Like, just do
The
one like,
timeline.
every so often, the updated people, and when people like phase in and phase out.
That's what you should do: is go back and listen to the episodes, and then draw and do a comic on it.
Oh no, that would be a lot of work.
Each timeline, Ari will just get a new outfit.
Become
Tanya
younger.
does inform you all that she does have the ability to transport you to quite a number of possible locations based on where you want to go.
So, are you transporting us via teleportation?
Sure. Kinda.
Mm,
Are there other
Mm,
ways
kinda.
of transportation besides teleporting? I wouldn't know.
Want to find out? And she just smiles, really big and
Yes?
excited.
Last time I was on a portal, I got enslaved by a beholder, so not a big fan of this idea.
She just kind of looks at you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So where are you going?
To the
Do you know to Tokoya?
nasty swamp. What was that place called again?
The village of Mara?
Morrow.
Do you know anywhere specifically you want to go within the village?
I've
Or a
never been there.
location thereof? There was the questionably burnt down or non-burnt down Cross Manor. There's Kern's Cottage. You can always go to the island. There's the city. There's the town hall. There's the graveyards. There's a couple of different places. There's the guardhouse where someone got strangled to death. And someone watched.
No comment.
But the only people that have been
Maybe it's
there.
time to race to the outskirts of the town.
Up to you guys. She seems fairly confident in her teleporting ability. It's like, I could get you within probably a good 1 to 5 miles of wherever you're going.
Nods. Just on the outskirts of the town, within a mile or so, would be very helpful. Thank you.
Trying to think, and you just watch as she kind of prepares like a little tiny ritual space. And as she prepares, you just watch, and it looks different. There's no circles involved. It almost just looks like she's praying. And then she just kind of like mumbles something under her breath. And you just kind of watch as these two stone hands like form out of the ground and like join up and like form a little gateway. And you just watch like this portal appear between the hands.
Jasper just starts screaming really loud. Ah! 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 Ah!
Tanya's gonna look at her
Jasper,
with
calm down.
Tanya's gonna look with wide eyes and say, "I want to do that."
She just kind of looks at you, slightly winded, but not much. She goes, sorry, young one, you gotta be born for this one. Maybe in your next life. And no, I can't blow you up today.
He's already met his explosion quotas.
But yeah, the hands look like they don't just sit there immobile. They kind of look like they're moving, like they're almost alive. Yes?
Tanya, do you know what this shield is made of? Other Tanya.
Oh, other Tony?
Like little Tanya or big Tanya?
Do you know what this little one?
Why is there a big Tanya?
what
Has
this shield
anyone
is made?
asked?
Jasper looks at them both. Is like, are
Don't
they
look
the
like-
same?
They don't look like each other. Pure coincidence.
Two names.
I'm sure.
I love it when I do something harmless and it's like the most disturbing thing I can ever do. No, it's simple. There are layers to this ploy.
Do you know what this shield is made out of?
Tanya's gonna inspect the shield.
A majority of it's metal. There was like a little bit of different accents and some wood bits, and those are just gone at this point. Yeah, just a typical
But,
shield.
like, what kind of metal?
Do you want me?
Steel, iron, bronze?
It was probably
Copper?
more like an iron, maybe steel. Probably more iron.
Do you want me to fix it?
I just want to get an idea of how hot the explosion was.
Oh, you're really hung up on this whole explosion thing. Do you have something to share? Are you concerned about something?
Or just want to be able to replicate it?
You're just very hung up about it.
What spell is this? I must have it. The portal is also open.
Big
too, don't forget.
explosion.
Well, obviously, it was 2,800 Fahrenheit.
I go through the portal.
He's like,
Yeah,
what? Hold that
Tara
thought.
will go through the portal as well.
All right. So, who all goes to the? I'm assuming everyone.
I have to be pushed through.
Yep. Fine. Tanya's gonna push him through.
Do you wait to be pushed through? Jasper?
Yeah.
So as you're sitting there,
Drag or pushed. One of the.
you're
I'm
the
not
last
doing a lot,
person.
but I'm not doing it very.
Oh, you just watch as Tanya just walks up behind you. Boom! Ah!
Deceptively strong.
All right. So as you guys go through the portal, some of you this is familiar, for others not as much. as you land in swampy muck. Tanya, unfortunately, you're probably, unless you want one of the bigger people to carry you, you're probably at least waist deep in some of this as you go through.
You want to hop on my shoulder?
I mean, Tanya is. So hold on, wait. Is this like 3 foot deep muck, or?
It's deep, pretty decently deep muck.
Gross.
I'm gonna
Can
I'm
Tanya
gonna
just
cast
hover?
telekinesis on one of the rods I have and ride it like a broom.
Okay, all right. So use your action to kind of move yourself.
Tanya's just gonna hover over the mock.
Tanya actually has a broom, don't you? Or no?
No, I actually never. Don't think really.
Oh no, you didn't go with the broom.
I don't think we ever went with any magical item yet.
You still need a magical item, but I thought at one point you were going to make a broom. I forget exactly what we were doing.
There was a
we
bunch.
get multiple items?
Yeah, so Leo flies out
We'll,
on the rod.
yeah, fly,
Yeah.
but just above the muck as well.
I think
And you guys, I need everyone to roll perception checks. As
She will
you...
also be cleaning muck from herself.
Oh no, that's your old nat 20. You guys collectively hear the sounds of screams coming from the north.
Tanya's gonna fly up ahead to the rush.
That is not promising.
That's a good.
No, it is not. Let's go. Nara's
Alright.
gonna start flying as well towards.
As you guys run forward, you see bits of smoke and little bits of fire coming through the trees as you kind of get closer to the city, and the sounds of battle. It looks like this town is currently being attacked by an orc raiding party.
Is there a huge group of orcs somewhere? Ready to be attacked?
You're further away. You do see currently like a little family group of maybe about 6 to 8 individuals that are currently like being cornered.
How far away are we?
You're probably like maybe 200 feet away. As you watch kind of 2 of the men are fighting, you watch one of them kind of get stabbed as you're making your way forward. The other starts like running back. As he's being pursued, you just watch 2 arrows shoot out from the bushes nearby and strike the orcs as they fall down in the mud. I need all of you to roll initiative, including you, Jason.
I was gonna say, can I get within 100? Can I get within 120 feet and cast wind wall around the survivors?
We'll see.
Another natural one.
All
What the
right,
hell is
so
that
you
15?
watch as a hooded ranger kind of like pops up in a tree and just starts shooting these arrows.
Ooh. That looks like new friend material.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds suspicious.
That's not a very high bar.
Maybe he's trying to pretend to help the good people when he's actually deceiving us.
That's me. Don't take my job. That's my job. Why did they move uncategorized again? Oh no, I just did that.
One day,
We can assess whether or not someone is a good guy based on the frequency that we lose the ability to locate said individual. The more that they
that's a
disappear
little
or are
harsh.
taken,
Never know. All right. Move this around real quick.
maybe harsh, but is it wrong?
No.
It's harsh.
That looks pretty good. All right. So I thought this was a possibility. I didn't even know if we were to actually come here or not.
And that's a good thing that we arrived.
Thought
Where
about the
else would
map.
we have gone?
Doesn't know. I never know where you people might end up going.
Don't worry, we don't know where we're going half the time.
It's all part of the adventure.
All right. So we have Ari. We have Jasper.
This is a
I'm
pretty
sorry,
large
not
map.
slow.
It is. There's.
Now, like on a scale of 1 to Nobel, how large is this map?
It's not quite Nobel. It's just a longer map.
Oh wow, I thought I wasn't loading. I was holding down for a while.
He's not here. He's not here. Aww. Sophia and Mrs. Duncan.
I'm not getting grid, so I'm going to assume that it's probably not loading.
You almost said Papa. Let's see, am I missing anybody? Oh, Jason, you're for okay. He's gonna hate me too because I'm going to reveal a portion of the map here. No.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. Told you. Alright, Jason.
Don't forget to mark how high you were.
You are in the tree across. Over there.
Did they?
I'm like 5 foot off the ground, Max. It doesn't matter.
The
Fair enough.
Let's get our innocence first. Alright.
Hey, nice struggle.
The majority of the
Both rolled
Wait,
ones.
hold on.
is right here. So we'll say this is like 5 of them.
Oh, the goddamn, that initiative roll. Plus 12?
Yeah,
Oh.
Jason's
Dang.
awesome.
Is he full ranger or ranger rogue?
Full ranger.
Ooh.
Full Gloomstalker ranger.
Well, we are in a very gloomy area.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that is the family in total. We'll say there's 8 left. Remember 9 didn't do so well. Alright, you're across over there. Now let me get my list.
And also alert feat for an additional +5 to initiative.
One of those and one of those. Those. Alright, that should do it. Sorry, I'm gonna have to expand a little more. Sorry, Techno. Okay. So we have a whole slew of orcs. There's probably about this batch. Probably each one of these is about 10 to 15 orcs. Actually, no. Oh no, these are weaker, so there's probably about 25. Oh, they're on the weak side. Don't worry. So they're currently in pursuit. There's
Out of question, do they have do those orcs suffer vulnerability from, say, AoEs
Who knows?
due to swarm?
You have to wait and see.
Fair.
Keep your markers off my shit until it's your
It's
turn.
convenient. No, I'm just checking.
Hey, I have to figure out 50
I'm
feet.
making
You and I
an
have
art
very
piece
similar
I'm
plan of
making an art piece. Oh, don't worry, I planned for this one. I don't know how these arcs no counter spell. They just do. No. Alright, there's one asshole up here on the rock. That one in the other group. My apologies. They're probably right. He's in between them. Okay. We can get tokens, and then we can get to. You guys haven't got to hit anything in a while. I figured it was. How about
It's true.
And
Time
Kronkum
to
really
throw
hasn't
a
got to
swarm
hit anything
force.
in a while, too. Oh, these are pretty hard. These does. Yeah.
Big boy.
Let's find an ugly one for this guy. Oh,
His hair is so luscious. Maybe it's
Okay.
mud.
Oh, it's nasty.
Maybe it's mud. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Alright, they're facing that way. These ones are kind of going this way. So you got about 50 puny orcs and a couple of other ones. Oh, geez. They all dropped horribly bad. Has anyone not rolled initiative? I feel like I'm missing someone. Guess not.
Yeah, we're missing Max. Yeah, man.
Just feels,
It's true. It's true. It's like
feels that way because we've got two maxes up on top.
Ari.
Okay, so Ari's gonna fly over. 1, 2. Let's make her sounds useful. And she is going to pick and spell a fireball. Let's see. So I'm gonna get this one of the pursuing ones as I'd like. For the purposes of templates, does it matter if or how much of the swarms are covered? or as long
No,
as
just
portion
take 5
of them
damage.
are covered? Okay. In that case, she will quicken spell and throw a fireball up out
All right. Roll your resist, but don't roll damage yet.
there. Yeah, we'll go for it.
All right, so let's see. You would not hit the unidentified creature on top of the rock. He's out of range.
I don't have him targeted.
Who's the other unidentified creature? There's 2.
The one between the two swarms.
You had 2 though. Am I reading that?
No,
There.
only one. Or crossbow 3, unidentified. Throng orc 1, throng orc 2, and crossbow 2.
I must have just scrolled past it weird with my entire dice. Okay. Go ahead, drop damage.
Okay.
That's a lot of 6s.
Nice roll.
You just
That's
watch
a lot of damage.
these crossbow wielding orcs that were shooting at the family right across the bridge. You just they just melt and disappear in this flame. Throng of orcs 2, because you had enough of them, actually takes double damage, but not 1.
Ooh. So do you want me to just drag the damage
Yeah,
on
just
top of
drop
them
it
again? Okay, I'm just gonna be safe and untarget the other ones, just in case. 10 seconds, please. There we go.
And I need you to just, out of pure random dumb fucking luck, to roll a D100. I thought about this earlier, actually. I hope you roll horribly.
38.
Okay, they seem pretty startled. I don't think they were expecting a fireball to be thrown at them while they were chasing down civilians. Quite effective.
Yep. She's then going to use her action to ready an action to throw a firebolt at any orc that goes to, for lack of a better term, bear weapon towards one of the family members.
Gotcha. All right.
That is her action bonus movement.
They now that they have seen you, they're going to move 5, 10, 30. As a bonus action, because they're aggressive, they're going to move their full action again as a bonus. Go ahead, firebolt.
Okay. Firebolt. There you are. That's not high enough.
Just like goes a little high. You just watch as the last male kind of holds back as the others are running across, and you just watch them just get ripped apart by like 5 of these things. It's pretty vicious. We'll move these guys up a little more. All right, Jasper.
I am going to run 30 feet.
Okay.
Activate my
Just for roll on the history check too, as you run up against these orcs.
Cool.
Yep, they're orcs.
Yep. I don't like orcs. Orcs suck.
That they do.
I'm gonna activate my hill rune. Yeah, hill rune. It's my mini rage. And that's my turn.
That's a bonus though, right?
Bonus action, yeah.
You want to use your action?
Oh yeah,
For
I'm gonna run some more.
I was like, you just move if you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, I forgot. Let's see, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30 to about right here. Oop, there. And then that will end my turn.
All right. There.
This giant Goliath just starts charging towards the family at top speeds.
Wielding an axe.
What are the big orcs?
No, these are like
They're
just,
swarms of orcs.
Correct.
It's what?
Large groups. Yeah.
Oh, just groups. Okay, not like
They're
some
just large
big...
groups of
Okay.
They're trash orcs, more or less.
And the Fs were what again?
Villagers.
The civilian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the big F is a group of 5. The other Fs are 2 that were separated. There was a third one, but
And the orcs are chasing the Fs, right?
yeah, the orcs just got done ripping apart one of them. That just was unfortunate in the order and location. But they took up its action.
Speed distance here. Hang on. They're cool. They're all in range. I haven't got to do this yet.
I get really, really worried when he says that. Give me your best there. I'll take it.
Let me see the size
Fireballs, wind swords, all the
he's
powerful
got-
arcane spells. Not worried at all.
He's got so many things that I forget about. Or just, yeah.
Let me see if I can... I just got to see a few details here.
Take your time. I'm actually going to grab a Red Bull. Look. Right.
It's a bit more than I need, I think.
Oh, God.
Now, I would assume if... Can I adjust my sizes of things? Because I can either do straight lines or circles. Because I'm casting Blade Barrier.
Okay.
But it's I can do a straight line, a straight wall up to 100 foot long, 20 foot high by 5 foot thick, or a ringed wall up to 60 foot in diameter. And it says up to, so I'm assuming I can adjust it.
I'd say you could go smaller. Yeah, why not? Unless it's one of the ones
says up to,
specifically, and unless it's like thunderstorm or whatever that shit's
Yeah, it
called,
says
where it's
up
like
to,
you
so-
has to be able to fill it all. I would say you could reduce it.
And what are the... Let's say those are crossbowmen, unidentified creature...
Two of the crossbowmen are also just ash.
Mm-hmm. There's one fugly-looking orc. There's a beefier-looking one on top of the rock. There's another one holding the crossbow, and then the 2 throngs of your typical orc rabble.
Okay, I'm going to... that should do good right there. I'm going to create a blade barrier around them that it's up to 20 foot high and 5 foot thick.
Okay, so they can't leave through it, right? So they're
they
where
can. They can go through it. That's not a problem. They're going to get sliced apart doing it, though, because they'll have to make dex saving throws or take 6d10 slashing.
Within the area or the outside only, though?
when a creature enters the wall's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So I'm encircling them. If they decide to leave that area, then
So
they're
is
going
the
to...
barrier the full circle or just the outside of the circle?
It's 5 foot thick
But on the
around the
outside,
circumference. Yeah, it doesn't fill the whole thing. It's a
Okay.
5 foot wide, 20 foot high barrier.
Yeah, so
And
if
it
they
provides-
got to work hard to get out.
Right, and it provides 3/4 covers to creatures behind it. So that would be both ways.
Okay.
And
Fair
it counts as difficult terrain.
All right, so you watch as this giant wall of blades just appears. Quite effective.
And all the vegetation in the area, I'm assuming, also gets confettied.
Yeah, you just watch as like some of the trees get confettied. Oh, that's interesting too. If you cast it and they're on the edge, does it hit them or just on their turn when they start there?
When they start there.
Yeah, when
That's
they
the first time
beginning
they enter
yeah.
or when they start their turn.
Ugly Orc is a little bit on the close side, so he'll probably hit it when he starts his turn.
And that's concentration for 10 minutes.
Yeah. As you actually cast this spell, you watch as elements of the vines of the swamp actually kind of entangle and help make walls around parts of it and trap it in where the blades are moving. As the soul and the staff you have very similar abilities. He has wall of thorns too. Just in place. So yeah, you just watch as they look very puzzled from the little bits you can see as like little bits of flour appearing outside the blade wall. You don't need to see this. Jason.
Okay, Jason screams a couple of obscenities at the orcs in Orcish.
That you do.
And okay, first of 3 shots. Wait, how tall are their orcs?
These are just typical orcs. They're not super big.
Okay.
Probably around the range of about 6 feet in height-ish, maybe a bit smaller.
Okay.
If it's the ones within my barrier, unless you've got angle from height, you're going to be at 3/4 cover. Unless you have sharpshooter or something.
I have sharpshooter.
Okay.
I'm also up a tree.
Yeah, sharpshooter ignores it all. You're
Okay.
good.
Ring of shit there. Would be a shame for a fireball to go off inside there.
That would be a damn shame, wouldn't it?
Bonus action, lightning arrow.
Okay.
First shot.
Is this an AE attack or a single damage attack?
It's a single damage attack.
Okay, you get it. Keep going.
So it takes that damage plus that damage.
Okay. He just watches this arrow lets loose. As this giant like streak of lightning follows it. You watch as this arrow like plunges into one behind about 5 or 6 other ones, and the lightning just like arcs off all of them. They just fall over dead.
Okay, now also he throng of orcs. Well, I don't know, because this is any creatures within 10 feet of it also take damage. Does that include the second throng of orcs?
It's not. No. So, well, let's see. So if you're hitting no, because the center of them is about a 10-foot. It's not quite enough to hit all of them either. So it just basically hits them.
Okay. All right. So should I just do the? Yeah, screw it. Because whether you hit or miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target must make a dexterity saving throw. Each of these creatures takes 2d8 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay, so it took the 18 as part of the lightning, and then it's kind of like
An additional 2d8 points.
Okay, so yeah,
more.
then the orc that you hit would take another 2d8.
Okay. Failure.
I figured they probably would fail.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, that's attack 1.
Nice.
Okay. Second attack, same as the first. And also because of... No, that's for the next shot. That. Plus, I don't know if I'm... The next time. All right, so that's only one time, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. All right, and then that effect goes on. And the third shot, because this is my first turn. That.
Yep, you get that extra one.
Man,
Oh, that sucks.
that's horrible. Okay, that's all done.
All right. Strong with Orcs 1. It's not very pleased.
Oh wait, can I do a quick movement?
Yeah.
How tall is the tree I'm in?
Probably like 10, 12 feet.
Okay, so 10. Okay.
All right. The orcs are going to move through the barrier there, so go ahead and hit them first, because they're going to go out towards the east side.
Hang on, let me get my stuff back up because it removed it when I cast it. And that's
All right.
also difficult terrain, so it's 5 foot wide, so it's going to take 10 foot of movement just to get through it.
Yep, so they're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets them to the edge to get their full movement as a bonus. So that is 10 to go through. And they can move past him. So they're just going to kind of fill in here. Jasper. Just as a quick free action, as you see all of these orcs approaching, is there anything you want to do to taunt this thing to try to get it to focus on you instead of them?
I'm gonna roar at it.
Make them run
performance
backwards
check.
into the
Performance
blades.
Yeah, you just watch as like at least the front line is all fucked up from the blades, as they all kind of like work their way through. Unfortunately, you watch as they kind of work their way through the other two individuals on the bridge. They don't hit the other 5 yet. Oh, what did I do?
Oh, look at that. The ultimate spell.
Killed them all.
We're all
There,
dead.
you finally did it.
I have to reroll another character.
And I drain all their souls at once.
Alright, hold on. Jason
I become Gork and Mork.
Right, yeah, you can move yourself back.
That was the level 9 spell, Deletus.
There's Jasper, you were Irish, right? Wrong of Orc. 1.
This is. But those
How many orcs came over that bridge?
Okay. here. Dead. This guy's gonna go here. How many came over the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah.
probably a good 15 or so.
Okay.
One. Creepy Leah. Tanya hadn't gone yet. This guy is on the bridge. On the rock.
I shall be right back.
Oh, and 2. There's 2. Strong 2. They are in the circle. Alright. Alright, so the 2 little guys are dead. They are here. And the family. Right. There. Okay. Much better. Let's try not to hit that button again. Alright, so they killed those 2. That is their turn. The ugly looking fella.
Starts her turn in the meat grinder.
Yeah, we got to move our circle one. Pull up. Oh, button. There. Okay. Go ahead, hit duty with the meat grinder.
Oh, I'm sorry. The
Guy at the top corner.
top one, the
ugly looking
unidentified. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it! I keep having to adjust this because when I keep it on the combat mode, so it removes it from my list.
Oh yeah, he gets chopped up. Oh. Alright. He moves in, terrified of this after it chops them all up. He's gonna kind of go by this tree. Ooh. That's not nice at all. Ooh. Alright. This individual. Oh. Probably better than this one. This one is going to cast a spell on you, Mr. Theris. Go ahead. Actually, I gotta force it. Going to eject out a giant bolt of lightning at you.
Is it a
All
roll
right.
to hit or just a save?
It's a save. That's a success. See, watch as it kind of like goes through the blades. It almost like takes away as it passes through part of it, so you don't take full damage. You take 13 points of damage, and you maintain your concentration that I can probably never break. All right. That ends his turn. So he is apparently the witch doctor.
Ooh, ah.
Pretty much. This one, he's gonna kind of hide in the bush over here, pretend like he's already dead. Nothing. Leah.
At last.
So happens
Alright.
when they release the
Okay,
page.
hold up. Hold up here. They're
Gonna move my
red
30 feet.
crystal in the air here. That's
Do I want a
wrong.
cone? Got this cone nice and ready.
Like, it's just here.
Oh.
It's just sitting there. See, okay, I could use the cone, or I could have some fun. Hear me out. I still have telekinesis up. Could I hypothetically push that tree over and pin a couple of them?
Let me check.
Can you, if it's telekinesis, can you move a creature? Just throw them into the blades?
I can't move creatures with the thing I have.
It functions just like the telekinesis spell, doesn't it?
No, it
Or
is
does it
just
specifically
objects.
for objects only? Okay.
If it's too hard, I will just cone them.
Oh no, I want to see. I would say roll an Arcana check if you want to do it. Okay. So you go ahead and you watch as Death kind of reaches over. Oh, sorry, it's not Death anymore. So he reaches over and you just watch as the tree kind of begins to shake and then it just falls. I would say, how many of them are there left? They take 8 points of damage each. If you watch a couple, like one or two of them just get smushed, and then Ugly Boy, he kind of like gets hit by it, but he kind of works his way out from the branches.
All right.
Anime was
But not bad.
3.
Then I will bonus action thought form.
Okay. Tanya.
They're now too close for me to do what I planned.
Roll higher initiative.
I rolled a natural 1 initiative. How are you after me?
I think I was actually, because I don't have I have a +1, and I think I actually rolled close to a 1.
Your +4 dex has saved you from going last.
I rolled a 3. Am I able to put a wind? Am I able to put a wind wall in between so they could get away, or are they too much on top of their friendlies?
At this point, they're pretty wrapped around with them. You can prevent them from getting any further towards you guys, but Jasper and the 5 family members would probably... You can cut through part of them, but not all of them.
I guess I can't just haste them all because they're one icon, can I?
What you wanna do?
That's 20-foot radius. Yeah, why not? I'll fireball too.
Aren't there family members over there?
You would not be able to hit through. You'd have to hit the outside of the wall.
Oh, how it's a giant wall.
Yeah, because it's... How tall is it? 20?
20 foot. It is not going to block magical properties going off, though.
If it's got a physical wall component to it for fireball, it would probably The
It's
impact?
it's a bunch of whirling blades that creates a quote wall.
Okay.
Because if you can run through it, then a fireball can go through it.
True. All right. Fire away.
A lot of ones and twos in there.
And drop another 22 on Throng 1.
I was going to ask about the extra damage dice because of throngs.
Doesn't work on the AE for them. So it would only be... You have to kind of call that with your first one. So it only would apply to one. So I would let you apply it to one, yeah.
That's why I was asking about the throngs, because it's a group of people with that.
They only get counted singular for single target attacks like that, so it wouldn't matter. So drop another 22 on them, and then add your picture, whatever that one is.
Extra 8 damage. How do I convert that to damage?
Yeah, we'll just have to add that. But basically, normally what you'd want to do is in your actions tab, that's just, that damage.
Probably if I would have added the roll to the whole dice roll then.
Alright, we got that. Alright, so that's your action. Anything else?
I think that's about all I can do. Since I'm assuming none of these guys can be cured wound.
Which one?
Any of the humans that were beaten down by the orcs. It's not
no, there's nothing left to heal on those guys. They're just going. The one on top of the rock is going to pull a horn out from his side. And the ground begins to shake.
Yeah-oh.
Hold, please.
So, Nobel, I've noticed something is missing.
What's that?
Well, a certain little winged redhead.
Are you not on there?
It would appear not.
There you go, pick yourself where you were. I just dropped you in the middle. From behind you guys, the ground is shaking.
Harry is all too familiar with those.
Jason! So what happens when the ground begins to shake around here? At least Leah's thought form won't be away.
Thing important.
Protect the workbench!
Forgot to do that.
Oh, Nobel. By the way, just out of curiosity, do we happen to be a Northern Gancaster?
Why? Yeah.
I had a suspicion.
You're not that far north, though.
Would you say?
Northern Gangcaster? Yes, you are. You know where you are. Morrow's a Northern Gangcaster.
I don't know where I am. I'm Leah.
Oh, for you, correct? Yes.
Would you
Tomorrow
say
you
it's a like 60, 70% north?
It's mostly like in the swamp.
Okay. All right.
All right. The orc with the crossbow loads a single bolt and what's that glowy lady over there? We're gonna shoot at her. Boo! Hey!
Shield.
So you just watch this crossbow bolt fly up
Is
and over at you.
that within shield range?
I think my shield range is 23. 17
I
plus
suspect
5.
it's 22.
Really? Oh, it might be 22.
That's a direct hit.
I think Death's shield range is 23. That's fine. Alright, yeah. So my shield range.
Goodbye. So you get smacked 4.
Oh,
Minimum
pathetic.
damage
Okay.
goes to 2. He's like, oh. Throngleborg 1. Going to take a swing at Jasper.
Ow.
You take. There's not a lot.
Wait,
8
Is
points
that
of slashing damage.
all of them hit me, or just one?
That's representative of the swarm attacking you around. It counts as a single attack.
Each one of them pokes you with their falchion.
So I want to be able to use my storm rune to redirect that attack.
If you want to redirect it at the friendly people, sure.
Well, there's multiples of them there.
Doesn't work that way on swarms.
Ah, okay.
But I mean, if you want them to hit that, like that little Susie over there, she's got some
No.
hit points.
Well, she does, but no, I'm good. That was that. That should have been resisted. I have
Oh, do you not have an effect for it?
I thought I dropped. I had to manually make it because it's not coded. But
Oh
I did.
yeah,
It's
you got
coded.
it's not. There's a space between resist and the colon. That's why.
No, but as far as your ability, so all of your giant stuff, if you drop from your actual feature tab, all those are coded. You can drop them back.
It doesn't code them all. It only codes like 3 of them.
Hold on. Which one are you looking for?
It'd be my hill rune. I've been manually making it.
All right, well,
in
here,
the coding.
I have that
remove the-
one for Bowie. They were somewhere. I found them because I only had to make one. Okay, so hold on. Let me do that. Yeah, that's all you take from them. They only get 1 attack. So you just get 4 back. So just give yourself back 4 HP.
4 HP.
All right.
I assume hear the loud thumping coming from behind us.
Yes, because these are not your average trolls. These are very, very large trolls. Very stealthy, too, for such large, tall trolls breaking their way through the forest. Very surprising.
Well, she's
I think
ever
you
so
got
familiar with
inspired
that.
from something. If only they were blue.
We got company behind us.
We have time. Don't worry.
Ari's going to bonus action mantle.
Okay. So your little phoenix pops out.
Mm-hmm. Next, large troll 3 is looking at her the wrong way.
Oh, it's not technically baby phoenix.
She's going to cast.
How many hit points does it have?
Cast Immolation.
Did I give a hit point total? Or is it just... No.
Has 48. Because it can be targeted and can be dispersed.
Yeah, I know it could be hit. There's baby phoenix. And now baby phoenix. Okay. So mantle up, Phoenix out.
And she's doing simulation on large roll number 3.
Nice.
Spell slot.
Roll a d100 too after you roll your fire damage.
Okay.
Oh god. Just watch this flame encircling. And then your d100.
He's completely engulfed.
Oh yeah, he's not happy at this at all.
I imagine so. That is probably not the direction I wanted to roll.
Yeah, he's too caught up in being lit on fire to do anything else.
That's awful vague.
I like being big.
And she's gonna fly up a little bit more. Baby Phoenix goes on my round, correct? If I recall correctly?
Yes.
Or does it have its own?
It goes on your round. It just makes it easier.
So if I recall correctly, its bolt of fire, I want to say, is how long a range was that? 30 foot. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna throw a bolt of fire at troll number 1.
Okay.
Nobo,
Mhm.
I sent you a PM on Discord. Sorry, I just didn't send permission real quick.
I believe it uses my casting modifier, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me get back to you on that after the game.
Okay.
Okay. Phoenix is unsuccessful. And I believe we determined it was. Okay, actually, that's. I have it listed here as a bonus action for its
The blind.
distraction. Yeah. Okay, so it'll use its bonus action to.
After look. Maybe it does go on its own initiative. But either way, he's close enough to where you are anyways. But yeah, he does get a bonus and an action and a react. I think he does actually get his own initiative. But yeah, we'll just do it on your turn for now. It makes it easier. Ooh, that's not the way you wanted that one.
Troll is successful and not distracted by
You've seen that trick before.
Yep. And it'll use the remainder of its movement to fly up a little bit more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That concludes the entirety of our rounds.
The war chief is going to stay here and blow his horn more. And he'll take the dodge action. Control 2. uses all of its movement to get over there. Troll
How tall
1.
are these trolls out of curiosity?
These ones? They're roughly about 15-ish feet tall.
Okay.
This one is going to go. This is like right out of Leah's range. Just like,
Hey, buddy.
go between the both of you. 3 takes more damage, right? Save? No.
Let me double check for you. It does get a save, but I'm just double checking if it's at the beginning or end.
I have not used the last time I used
at
immolation
the end of
was
each of
on
its
that airship. At the end of
Yeah,
its
it's at
turn?
the end of each of its turns. It repeats the save.
Okay.
Yeah. If it fails, it takes fire damage. If it passes, the flames extinguish.
What if it jumps in the water?
They cannot be extinguished by non-magical means.
What if it's magic water?
It can still attempt.
It doesn't like water either, don't worry.
The question is, which does it not like more? Water or fire?
20, 30. This one's going to go for the easy meal, so it's underneath you, and it's taking a chompy look at its little buddy over here.
Since Troll 3 is in range 30 feet from me, can I use a reaction on it?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to try to charm it.
Okay. What's your DC?
15 Constitution.
It's a charm spell, so technically, does it? Let me read your ability. Does it say you get disadvantage? Technically, you get disadvantage on charms more or less when you're in combat with something.
No, it's one of my runes.
You can just
It's my reaction.
reaction charm a troll.
Pretty much. Stone rune. In
But it's
addition,
charm. It's not dominate.
No, when a creature you can see within 30 feet of you, you can use your reaction to evoke your rune to force the creature to make. Oh, it's a Wisdom saving throw. Unless the save succeeds, the creature is charmed by you for 1 minute. While charmed in this way, the creature has 0 movement, incapacitated, dreamy stupor.
Yeah, it's like a little glamour ability.
Yeah.
Does that have to be on the attack though?
No.
Or does it just have
whenever a creature is within, you can see ends its turn within 30 feet of you.
When it ends its turn though?
Yeah.
It hasn't ended its turn yet. Oh well, it's ending its turn now. So yeah, you can technically hit it. So now that it's there, go ahead. Do you have it set up, or just tell me what it is?
I don't have it set up. It's Wisdom saving DC 15.
Wisdom. That's a -1. Or can you use a Constitution one?
You don't roll Constitution versus trolls.
That's a 10.
He slumps over in a stupor and just sits there.
What he's not gonna say. He's just gonna kind of look at you, dreamy-eyed. He just kind of like
see little hearts above its head.
Your
Also,
shiny
at the end
bald
of its
head
turn,
just
it takes
glistens,
damage, right?
just glistens in the swamp gas. Yeah, if it takes damage, it could be broken up.
Yeah. Yeah, or if someone uses its action to wake it up.
It takes damage.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe do that on the troll that isn't immolated.
Oh, that's right.
The one that's not on fire.
It's just
He's on fire?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah, that one's engulfed in flames, Kurt.
Oh, I thought just Troll 2 was on fire.
No.
Troll 3 is.
What about Troll 1? Is Troll 1 on fire?
Nope.
You have to
No, it's just Troll 3.
Well, first, hold on. So it's hold on. He gets a -1 on this. It still gets to roll it.
How about I would have known that?
Well, I was gonna say, well, what's your save anyways? Because it still could fail. It's literally a troll.
Sure.
It's a big troll too. It's got lots of hit
DC?
points left.
Well, it's just if it gets damaged, it comes out of it. So
Up to you. You have to decide now, though.
I wouldn't have done it to the one that was on fire. I would have done it to the one that was on fire. So the
We
one by
can't do that yet, so you still have your ability, we'll say, your reaction. So you can grab his zip back. So the one on the fire there, but just in case you were curious, it would have failed again. All right, so you have your reaction, your ability. That one's still on fire, but it's done. Leah.
Okay. None of this is ideal. How far is this guy? Hold on. Would you be within 60 feet? Yeah. Oh, I'd have to. I don't want to deal with this. Okay, here we go.
Face and just go run away.
I don't want this man to keep blowing his horn, though.
Yeah.
Leave them leaving the horn alone. He is obviously not dangerous at
No,
all.
I'm gonna go deal with that, I think. So, I gotta get a bit closer somehow.
I'm really afraid for like when you guys finally get access to like
What
7
level spell slot are you trying to use? Are you trying to use a spell slot or?
Yeah, just a 6th level.
I cast remove from Earth.
I assume it's max.
I need to be within
I
6,
mean,
though.
you could take the attack of opportunity. Whatever.
I think I'll take the attack of opportunity. I'm gonna leave.
Okay. It will take an attack of opportunity against you.
Huh? Oh wait, no, it's the one that's charmed.
No, because you can only charm at the end of the turn. It's on a specific end, so you can't go back to one from earlier in the round.
Okay.
But he probably can charm one if it ends near you.
Wait, so which one is charmed then?
Nothing's charmed. He took it back.
Oh, okay.
So one is on fire. The other 2 are fine. This one, though, he's going to claw at you. It's nothing.
And then I'm gonna walk directly into these guys.
Which you can do. You can move through their space.
Can I? Oh, I can just keep going? Wait, okay.
Yeah,
So
you can occupy the same spaces, though.
15, 20, 25, 30. Excuse me.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. People to the center.
I'm gonna cast Mental Prison on the War Chief.
Oh god, okay.
So, you attempt to bind a creature within an illusory spell that only it perceives. One creature you can see within range must make an intelligence saving throw. It succeeds automatically if it's immune to being charmed. On a successful save, it takes 5d10 psychic damage. And... wait. Yeah, if it succeeds, it takes
Do you not book the spells in?
psychic damage, and it does some shenanigans. So I'm just gonna do the save, see if it works even.
Basically, it's a high level psychic spell. It does damage and potentially incapacitates the target as well.
So why does it? Okay, is this save? Oop. That is a big fat failure.
Alright, so it takes 5d10 psychic.
5d10 psychic, and that's the wrong one. So, on a failed save, the target takes 5d10 psychic, and you make the area immediately around the target's space appear dangerous to it in some way. So
It's like a mental.
it's super dangerous. There's going to be these creepy, like, spider legs, these huge spider legs that come out of the ground and start surrounding it.
Creepy.
Whatever form the illusion takes, the target can't see or hear anything beyond it, and it is restrained for the spell's duration. If the target moves out of the illusion, makes a melee attack through it, or reaches any part of its body through it, the target takes 10d10 psychic damage and the spell ends.
So you just watch him. He's got his horn. He's like smacking illusionary spiders on the ground right now.
And it lasts for a minute if I can maintain concentration. So let me drop my things.
Nice.
It's that initial damage, and that's psychic, so it gets another 5. And then the restraint. Okay. And I am in a bunch of orcs. This is fine.
There's not too many left. Jasper.
Jasper.
Jasper,
Giant.
it's your time.
Giant might.
So you're now equivalent to the height of the trolls.
Get bigger.
You had a kid.
There it is. Yeah.
You're not that big.
Uh-oh.
You need the kid to get that big.
2x2.
Should be, yeah, 2x2. I'm going to attack the throng of orcs.
Okay, there's a couple of them left, so you kind of just get like a big wide swing in.
Yes.
This probably will do a minute. Attack number 1. That hits. Oh yeah, he just watches like the last remaining ones just get wiped away with his enlarged axe. Alright, you got movement, 2 more attacks, and a bonus.
They're all gone. Throng of orcs is dead.
Yeah, they're all dead. There wasn't many left.
Then I'm going to run over to the flaming orc.
Okay.
Or troll, and attack him. I'm going to use a great weapon on him.
Okay. Hold on one quick.
Jesus, plus 17.
Jeez. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm. Is he dead?
Oh, you're using my great axe.
Yeah.
No, he is not dead.
I'm going to attack him again.
Ooh.
How do you have a plus 17? That's ridiculous.
Do you have the feat to let you reroll ones?
No. Well, wait, yeah.
It's currently dying anyways.
I do have that, but is it dead? It's dead.
Should be. It's on fire too, so.
Yeah.
His great weapon master gives him a plus 10 for a -5 attack.
Oh, okay, so it's like sharpshooter, but for melee.
Correct.
Yeah.
And if he kills something, which did you just kill something?
I
Yeah.
did.
You can
Just
use a bonus to make another 2-handed weapon attack.
I'm going to do that. I still have movement.
Yeah, as long as you can move, you can use your bonus to do one more.
Boom. I'm going to do another great weapon.
Oh, because you took his belt. I was like, how is your strength so high?
Yeah. And that ends my turn. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
All right, there's.
Let me look here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Barely enough, since I just got trapped in here by the giant. I'm going to use my soul power
My legs.
to Misty Step and Bamf just inside.
Is that the one with the roll?
I don't know how it's supposed to be. I know it's it's a soul power that you said I can Misty Step because it did it by itself one time.
Oh, let me just check.
Kalsto, really quickly. I forgot to use my giant smite extra damage on this last guy. Can I throw it on him?
Yeah, that's fine. So for the blink is an auto defense roll. You actually get it from a table, so it's a reaction.
Okay, so then
Yeah, so you have like a 6-op table that you can use. I'm trying to remember where that is. I have it in the book.
that's fine. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I will disengage, and then 5, 10, 30, because it's double movement to get through a friendly. So that's 30 to get.
Yeah, because he's engaged, correct.
I'll do that, and then as an action, I will throw Firebolt at Troll 1.
Okay.
My God, I've got so much shit on this actions tab now.
It just gets worse from here.
Welcome to the life of a spellcaster.
A spellcaster with magic items who can steal souls at acquire power.
Yeah, spellcaster.
That's what I
Actually,
liked about Gronkum. He had weapons and rage.
because I haven't got to use this one yet. No, I'm going to use. Well, it doesn't matter either one of them. I was going to think I could use Chill Touch because you can't regenerate, but Fire's going to keep them from regenerating also. So.
Well, the good news is because of part of your thing, you could do a different ability that doesn't do damage and then use your bonus to do Chill Touch. Is what your staff lets you do.
Lets me do what now?
So if you look at your staff, so if you cast a non-damaging spell, you can use Chill Touch as a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Does it have to be a cantrip?
It does have to be a spell, though, I believe. But it can be like a level 1 spell, too.
Okay, then we'll do this. I will cast Bane
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
on the trolls.
Excellent. Forgot that spell. I first go with Bless, too. Oh, man.
-1 on that save.
Pretty sure that's a fail. He's feeling pretty negative about that roll. But for the first time in a long time, you've gone back to an area where you greatly outpower the creatures you're fighting.
And then I will Chill Touch.
No 50-foot gnomes.
Yeah.
No armies of 9th level casting magic users. Oh, wow. Not too shabby.
And,
Tanya.
Let's see. I'm gonna use my
AFK for a minute, bio break.
Go for it.
I'm gonna use my action to create a small gun, or whatever you want to call it, the cannon.
Your little stick.
Well, no,
Making the cat cannon?
yeah, the number 3 is dead, right?
Yes.
But number 2 is.
1 and 2 are alive. 3 is dead.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action then to attack with the cannon at number 2.
Okay. Kitty cannon, fire.
I hit. And I think it gets pushed back if I remember.
Well, where's your cannon?
In my
Which
hand.
spell is it?
It's in my hand.
Picture you holding your cat like a machine gun.
yeah,
Oh,
with
no.
you got the back feet in one hand.
Yep, he's like.
But the cat's not here.
Well, then how are you using your cannon? Isn't you the cannon off your cat?
I can. It's actually don't need the cat for the cannon.
Spare parts.
That's fine. But the cannon isn't like a held cannon; it's like a turret.
It counts as a tiny object, so I assume I could just pick it up or something.
It has a movement speed. It moves.
All right, so the turret is on the ground then, and it fires.
Okay, let me get you a turret up.
It's just like a smaller cat,
Yep.
It's
a pocket cat.
There's a
Is it the
smaller cat.
arcane turret? Is that which one it is?
and it
Yeah,
gets the. I think it gets put. Is it considered a large object or a small, medium?
It is considered
I'm talking about the troll.
a medium. Oh, it is a large thing. And your arcane turret is a medium construct, not a tiny object.
I thought it said tiny.
Item to summon it may be a tiny object, but an arcane turret is medium.
A small eldritch cannon occupies the space, and a tiny one can be held in one hand.
I'm just going off of the card test.
Okay.
So it's got Force Blister, Flamethrower, Defender, and Detonate, which I think is all of your different things.
Oh, it actually doesn't say it's size creatures, so creature gets pushed back 5 feet.
Okay. And you hit 2 or 1?
2.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin Jasper's fight.
Fair enough.
You had no qualms when it was dark and Gronkum.
Hey, Wolfguard is dead.
Do you move out of their range?
Yeah, I move out. And
Hold on one sec. Let me just make sure. I think they might.
unless they have a reach.
I believe they do, but I'm checking. I don't know. Nope, just 5. You're good.
And that will end my turn, I think.
That's that round. Let's see if we can kill these trolls. It's your turn again.
Okay.
Turn hog.
I am gonna use Scorching Ray.
Ooh, I always love it when all the Scorching Rays hit. It always makes for a good day. Don't let us down, Dark. You got this.
Yeah, but I mean, we know how Scorching Ray works. It says
They
you get
never
3 rays,
hit.
but you really get 1.
Hey, I'm hitting pretty good.
Listen, there was one exception, but like beyond that, you only really get 1 ray.
Thanks for jinxing.
Yeah, it's just Scorching Ray. It's cursed.
There you go. Hit delivered. Ooh, and a good hit. Too.
I use my bonus action to use my cannon
Can you use your cannon as a bonus action?
to activate it.
It's from the turret, yeah.
Turret is bonus action for activation.
Yeah, because it's its own little. So go ahead, use the attack from its card. So if you just go into the combat tracker, here, I'll drop it on you too. And then just grab the attack roll, drop it on him.
Does it have an attack roll? I thought it was based off my thing.
No, it's a separate attack. I believe.
Nothing here for an attack roll.
Oh, let's see. Range spell attack, 1 target range. Hit. It's X plus hit, which I'm assuming is your modifier.
Still don't see an attack roll on here.
Because you have to. What's your modifier? It should tell you what your attack is for.
Yeah, it's +7, I assume.
All right, so just roll a d20 with your +7.
It's here in the thing.
Okay, so roll that attack and then use the damage from that one. That does miss.
And the cannon's going to move 15 more feet towards me.
There's your little cannon. All right. All right, now that is. I'll let Baby Phoenix deal with you for the rest of this fight. Jason. Where's the AFK still?
He might be
On my
AFK
way
still.
back.
Oh, you're on your way back. And the trolls chewed on you to little pieces.
So static electricity sucks. I sat down at the desk and hit my computer and got shocked and reset the whole entire system.
Oh shit!
No.
Ooh.
Rip.
Ouch.
Get you a static strap.
Yeah.
We'll let Leah. You got Leah and Theris before anything goes. I'll let you see if you can get back in. So, Leah.
Oh, all right. I would like to try and jump this.
And I would love to watch you try. Go ahead and roll an athletics. Actually, for this is pure distance. This is athletics. Go for it.
Okay.
Splash.
I mean, it's not a very far
boy.
jump.
You jump. You don't like eat shit, but you know, like when you go to jump and then your foot like goes in, so your right leg is dry, but your left like leg up to your
I
knees.
hate it. Oh no, my socks. Okay.
So you have one wet foot and one dry foot.
Can I keep going?
Yeah.
So it's okay. I will be coning them.
And then the little guy with the crossbow that's still hoping no one sees him.
That's 30, right? Yeah, it's 30.
I can change my ways.
No,
You're
you
a drow,
can't.
you understand?
You're gonna die.
Coming from the drow.
Max.
You come from an evil society of devil worshippers.
I changed.
I changed. I can change too. No, you can't. Sorry.
Oh, where is my button? Did I lose my button? Here's my button. That's a bunch of failures.
Yeah.
Do my damage. I get to re-roll that one because of shenanigans.
Nice.
So he takes another 7. The other one's already dead.
Uh,
So does your other spell break now that you've hurt him?
no, it does not. I don't think so, at least.
Or see, I'm trying to add his other stuff and stuff there.
Take a look if you want.
This guy.
It only breaks if he leaves, I think, or if he attacks.
Damage if he leaves.
Yeah, but it breaks if he leaves as well, and he takes damage as a result of that.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I mean, it can
Actually,
be hit.
you know what? Because this could be really funny too. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me really quick.
Ooh.
Runs from you, takes damage.
Why do I have a +7 intimidation? This is great.
Because you're a drow?
You rolled in that 20.
That's me. So there's one thing that drow tend to be good at, whether they intend to or not.
Apparently
Funny.
she's not very good at it. No, I'm just kidding.
She's drow, but she's got like a white chick with red hair as her icon.
He's just not scared
Yeah,
of
it's because
spiders.
she's disguised as a wood elf.
A high elf.
High elf. She has the ability to physically change her.
High elves have black hair.
She got high elf. She's got like a
Leah
big
don't
old
care.
booby.
Leah doesn't know.
Not in her world.
Okay, and then I think that's it.
Mr. Ferris? Or unless, are you back ready?
I'm loading in now.
Alright.
The captain's
killed
still
the
alive,
chief?
right?
Elven.
Well, you both go before they go. So, Ferris, you could go, and unless you guys want to do something in order of operations.
I don't have anything major to do. I'll just throw a firebolt at it.
At the captain.
16 points of damage on control.
I were to hazard a guess based on appearance, if going
I'm gonna
high
back
elf,
up to there.
probably moon elf then.
Fair enough.
But I don't know if that's for hair color.
I just read through Mental Prison again. It does not break if I attack it.
He's too scared of the spiders to leave.
Mhm.
And then as soon as
Oh,
you
wait.
leave,
Wait. Sonic Blast knocks him back 20 feet and makes him restrained. Technically, he would be moving out if the target is moved out of the illusion, yeah. So he'll take...
Hold on.
There's a
he moves out and he takes
difference.
the damage.
There's a difference between moving someone and
No, it says if the target is moved out of the illusion.
Yeah, because a lot of those, it's like
At the
attacks of
bottom.
opportunity. If you're involuntarily moved, they don't count. It has to be a voluntary move for those things typically to do.
In this case, it's just as long as he crosses that barrier, he takes the damage, whether he is willing or not.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the crossing of the mental barrier that's causing the damage, not so much the movement in question.
Yeah, it's if he's moved out, not if he moves out. So it should do the damage.
I'll allow it.
10d10.
So he flies out 20 feet. Okay, so go ahead and roll the
Being
10d10
freed of
on-
one restrained and restrained again.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to a 6th level spell.
So all you see is the blast wave from the cone knock him into the water. And then some bubbles and movement and done.
That takes care of that.
If you'd like to go pull his corpse out of the water, you can see his face cringed in terror as his last breath. Oh, poor guy. He just wanted to play a trumpet.
That's some nice spell synergy. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Bonus action move Hunter's Mark to large troll 2.
Okay.
I'll do that again. Oh, I forgot to put the Hunter's Mark on.
Oh, from the first one.
Yeah.
Just add another one to that too. Alright, so 5. I'll add it.
Okay, that.
You just watch the arrow hit it and face plant. He does not get a turn. Anything else? Bonus attack, one attack.
Yeah, did bonus my attacks. I'm going to move. I suppose you want athletics to jump across there.
It depends on what your jump is, but just roll one anyways. I'm not going to stop you from making it across, but yeah, you're fine. Just watch this individual. How tall is Jason? I forget. I know he's shorter than Gronkum.
No, he's taller than Gronkum. Gronkum is the shortest one in his entire family.
Okay.
Jason is 6'11" and a half.
Dang.
15,
Tanya says,
20,
when you
25,
say shortest.
30. That's why Gronkum's nickname in his family was Runt.
Aww.
Okay. And he'll move to there.
Alrighty.
Even the smallest one in his family still towers over Ari.
Jasper.
With
Jasper!
Attack 1. Aw. Attack 2. Aw. Attack 3. Yeah.
I like how everyone with like the great weapon masters and sharpshooters just unloaded into them, and you don't have any penalties with like a massive attack. Like, yeah.
Do it.
Nice.
And then I hit him just for good measure.
So don't do that because you're gonna mess with stuff.
Crutch him.
Unless you want to use your action to hit him.
Wasn't a reaction.
No. If you want to keep using your actions to hit him,
Oh.
that's fine.
Well, and a bloody pulp. And he's dead. Anything alive around me? Nope.
So you see.
Jason.
That I see.
Well, there's the rest of your party, Jason, and the family of villagers.
I'm going to turn to Jason. I'm going to say friend or foe.
You're not out of combat yet.
I'm going to use my bonus action for that.
Well, you get your free action. You get your 6 seconds, but just keep it to your 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's it. And then that'll end my turn.
I am one of those.
Only half.
I am a thing of those.
Yes.
Scratch my head.
Harry is going to attempt to rapidly descend, landing on Troll 2's corpse.
Okay.
Just then going to try and use Firebolt to ignite Troll 1.
You're going to throw a firebolt at number 1?
Mhm.
Okay. It's already dead, but you hit it with a firebolt.
Just making sure that all 3 of them are on fire.
Number 2 is not on fire.
She's on fire and sitting on top of it.
Yeah, but it's not taking any technical damage. Oh, as far as
Contact with
his,
her is enough to take fire damage.
it has to make its own contact with you. You can't just touch it and have it take its damage from touching. Because it's part of an attack. If it hits you, you get damage on it, right? Does it specify?
Uh,
I forget if it's like a damage shield or if it's...
It does detect. Oh no, it does say with an attack or if it touches you.
If it touches you, though, not if you touch it. But I'd say for the sake
It's touching her. The fact that
no, you're touching it. But for the sake of you have enough abilities to put the damn thing on fire. So yeah, you melt it. You like watch and you kind of, you know how like the hand is still kind of moving. You just kind of like burn the hand until the hand doesn't move anymore. It's quite satisfying. All right, you've dispatched out what seems to be this raiding party, and you have 5 humans left.
Any more screaming? Sounds of combat?
Little bits, but it sounds like most of it has probably died down. You want to make your way into town before we stop? Or do you want to stay outside the town? Up to you.
I'm down to check it out.
If there's sounds of distress coming from the town, Jason's making his way that way.
yeah, sorry.
It's a big town. It's not like a big town, but it's a big as far as space-wise town. As you guys make your way in, just a little bit further, you guys look around.
Before we do him, though, she'll fly over quickly to the remaining family members. You guys all right?
They all just kind of look like they're in shock. None of them are talking at the moment. It's like an older man, an older woman, and like 2 younger female children.
Give them a good one over, check, make sure they're not hurt or anything.
I mean, they look like they're in shock,
Take cover
but
here.
none of them look injured.
Just take cover here. We'll be back in a moment after we make sure the town is safe. She'll fly off towards the town.
Okay. One other thing you do note from these orcs and these trolls, they're all marked with the same mark and colorations.
Do I recognize it?
I assume as the cult.
No, it's not the cult. Roll a history check for me, Jason. Jasper would have been a good one too. But
Would
Jasper,
Theris be able to roll that from being from the area?
Let's see. For you, your DC is probably going to be a little higher, but yeah, go ahead and roll a history check. Look at it. Based on your experience with your own travels, you have seen these markings before. When you guys kind of discuss through it, out of what we have left, Max is gone, at least for now. Theris and Ari, you would recognize this. And Jasper, it vaguely sounds familiar to you. You've heard of similar type tribes and things from around different mountainous regions. This is the tribe of orcs that make up, or one of the tribes of orcs that makes up the mountains that you would pass through on your first trip to Mara. Remember, you'd gone through and you'd fought like the Etna and the trolls that almost killed Ari. So these are those. So basically, between central Gancaster and northern Gancaster is this large mountain range that kind of goes into swamps and then the much better areas of northern Gancaster. So apparently that would be those orcs from the south of where you currently are. As you make your way into town, you notice a couple of things. There's some makeshift barriers. Mm-hmm. They look hastily made. It's just whatever people could grab together, a couple of torches. You do see some dead people on the ground. Mostly look like peasants, a couple of like city guards. As you kind of make your way in, they kind of are dubious at first, and then some of them recognize a few of you, and they kind of get you inside. It looks like they may have been under siege for a few days, or maybe they've had more than one raiding party. There's not a whole lot of defensive fortifications, except you look towards City Hall, which you guys spent quite a bit of time investigating previously during one of your spying trips. Heavily guarded and fortified. It looks like a small force is currently securing it. But they're remaining confined to that location. It looks like more or less everyone else has kind of been left on their own with a couple of random city guards that may be left.
Is everyone okay here?
You just look around. There's a bunch of people just walking through the streets and whatnot. Everyone kind of looks like how you'd expect. You see a lot of shaken people, hurt people, trying to help. So there's different areas. There's not like a big place where you can see a whole bunch of people necessarily.
I'll be moving through trying to tend to any wounded, just with like medicine skill and stuff.
And this town is not surrounded by a wall?
No, they have no walls. They've got some makeshift barriers. That's basically it. They look like they were kind of hastily thrown together. They probably got attacked, and then these were thrown together after the fact. They probably took some considerable losses from whenever that first attack was, which has probably thrown them off.
What's the tallest building in this town?
The tallest building in this town technically would be City Hall.
Okay, and the tallest building closest to the outskirts of the main town.
There's nothing really tall. The other tallest buildings, which would only really be the next tallest building other than City Hall, would be the guard tower. essentially, or the guard barracks. That's where Death is being kept. That is a 2-story tall building. It's got a 3rd level like parapet up top. Other than that, you can get on the roof of the inn, which is a 2-story building. But there's not much. Like this is a 1-level vertical town.
Hey, that's where I saw Nicodemus get strangled to death. Sweet memories.
And
And remember, in the town hall, Theris had found those old records, and you'd wrote your name in as an owner of a piece of property.
Oh yeah, is my house okay?
probably
How's my
not.
house doing?
Do you remember what piece of property you got?
No.
Well, Leah
I
didn't get any property. And there's at full strength, how many people live in this town?
You have no idea.
There's a large number of buildings.
From what you gather, from what you can see, there's probably like 40 buildings that make up this town. There may be some other homes and things outside of it that are further spread out, but about 40 buildings make up the central hub of the town, including some homes.
So probably 500 to 600.
And this, from what just you as players remember, this was kind of more of a rural area to begin with.
Right. Jason heads to the inn.
All right. So as you guys, I'm assuming
All right,
you all went ahead,
also
because
head
we're
to-
going to probably pause here in just a minute anyway. So as you're walking, Ferris, I need you to roll a perception check. And then an athletics check.
Hmm.
As you're sitting there minding your
It's
own
taken
business,
out, I think.
Ferris, your breath is taken away as you're crushed by a giant massive bear hug from Decoya from behind. She just picks you up. It's been so long. And she kind of like drops you down. She's not hurt, but you can tell like Takoya's been in some battles, like in the very, very recent future. She's probably been a very good thing to have around. She doesn't have. She has an eye patch over her other eye at the moment.
Wearing 2 eye patches, she can't see.
Oh god, that's awesome. She looks.
Does she have an eye patch over her normal eye or the infected eye?
Well, the eye always looks normal unless it's possessed, but it's the possessed eye.
Okay. I'm glad to see that you're here safely.
She just kind of looks around and notices, and you kind of pick up on like the unspokenness of it. If she notices how few of you there are here from before, and you can kind of tell like she gets a little bit of a lump in her throat. So,
It's
and
been
she
a
looks.
long travel.
What brings all of you out here?
Need to ask help of you.
She's like, yeah. What do you need? I mean, we don't have much, but we're always happy to help.
At that point, I assume like the boys
can
behind
we
me.
Go to. Can
Yeah,
we go to somewhere privately to talk about it?
Sure. And she kind of just like finds a little room off to the side. It's like, and she just kind of sits down and here we go.
If this city's being attacked, I'm not sure if our plan is such a good idea anymore.
What plan?
Well,
We need a
hello,
babysitter.
my name is Leah. I hear you're good with children?
Like eye cock, like I am. kind of like looks around.
Now, I usher the way for the boy to come over.
To protect him and keep him safe.
She kind of looks over. Kind of small, isn't he?
This boy's he's very valuable and important to the welfare of this kingdom.
She kind of looks over at him.
He's got a lot of enemies, and we're trying to keep him safe.
I think Decoy has met him.
Decoy just kind of stops for a second. And she just takes a long, hard look at the kid. And just kind of stares at him.
But again, if your town is under siege, I don't know if this is such a great idea.
Do you have a better idea?
I don't know the people of this plane.
What about the old caves?
She kind of looks. It's like, I'm in a bit of a predicament. I would take him back to Kern's, but Kern has gone missing as well. A raiding party hit last night. We got split up in the struggle, and I've been unable to locate him.
Do you think he was taken back to the Orcs camp?
She just kind of looks like. By the time we had enough people to go out for a search party, we were already getting attacked again. It's like, to be quite honest, I'm kind of happy to see you guys. It's like, I could watch a kid, but I might be able to use a little bit of help, at least figuring out what's going on and getting somewhere maybe safer. But I feel like the kid should stay with me.
We can do what we can to help out around here.
We're not busy.
And she kind of looks over at you, Leah. And just kind of gives you a good once over.
My eyes kind of narrow.
Leah. Yeah, this is Takoya.
Pleasure to meet you.
She just kind of awkwardly, quietly smiles at you. She goes, why don't, she looks over at, let's see. She's like, why don't you kids go get something to eat over there? And she points for you, Tanya, and William to go over. Looks like there's some like soup and bread and whatnot that they're serving.
I'll grab.
Take him over and get him something to eat.
All right, I'll grab William by the hand and we'll go.
Okay. As they kind of like walk out and go over there, Takoya leans into you guys. What the hell is in that kid's head?
What do you mean?
Hey.
Which one?
Wait till next week now, buddy.
Ooh, did he get a brainworm?
Kalsto, did you get my whisper on Fantasy Grounds?
Yes, I did. We'll get to that next time. I didn't want to keep you guys too late.